King of Hog Island is back.
He is 400 pounds. He is the force of nature. He is Drake Frost.
The force of nature, the former PPW champion who, since returning from injury under a year ago, is been trying to keep himself in the mix for a PPW title shot.
You made a mistake, moron, so I'm gonna clue you in and the rest of you morons. I am Drake Frost, and I am the king of Hoth Island. All hail the king!
As I was saying, he was looking for another shot at the PPW title. He got one back in January, but fell to Cal Jack. So after that loss, he's been trying to figure out his way back to that opportunity, and he's looking up there because for the first time ever tonight, there will be a ladder match.
Weighing in at 275 pounds, he is the Metal Mechanic Bobby Callahan.
The Metal Mechanic playing himself to the ring tonight. He's got himself quite the tall task in front of him with the former PPW champ looking to keep his rampage going. Metal Mechanic, who had a very good showing in the Kyle Cup Battle Royal, trying to make 2023 more his year. But to do that, he's going to have to figure out the force of nature, who he's given up about 100+ pounds to. Bobby Callahan will step in to face the king of Hoth Island. I did say Hog Island earlier because if you guys are ever in Petaluma and you want the best oyster you can ever have, the old Hog Island Oyster Company out there, Tamales Bay, just a short drive west of Petaluma out to the coast. It'll be worth the trip and then some. Brought to you in part by the Petaluma Tourism Bureau. All rights reserved. And this is what you expect from Drake Frost, overpowering the smaller opponent. Just trying to intimidate him. And, you know, give Callahan all the credit in the world here. He is going to stand toe-to-toe with him, but he does have to be careful. He's not going to be able to just straight up go after Drake Frost. He's going to have to figure out a way around the big man. Up, ducks under the back elbow, and hits one of his own, and staggers the force of nature. Yep, clothesline ducked, and Callahan drop kicks Frost into the corner. Shoulder to the gut. Multiples by Callahan in the corner, and now he's going to go up and try and rain blows down upon the former PPW champ. As I mentioned, you see just over the shoulder of Callahan the Cruiserweight Championship with a hair whip and a headbutt. That is the PPW Cruiserweight Championship high above the ring as the champ defending Midas Creed, who beat Kenny K for the title back in March, will give Kenny his rematch in a ladder match, the first ever in PPW history, as Callahan with a drop toe hold and a boot to the side of Frost's head, and now the big leaping leg drop. And the former champ is down. The first cover of the match is Callahan's, and he just gets one. He doesn't even really get to two before Frost powers out. Now Callahan charges in, caught by Frost. Wow. Frost was just kind of leaning back, and he absorbed it while also reaching up and catching Callahan out of the air. And he just slammed the Metal Mechanic down to the mat. But he still shaking off that kick to the side of the head and that leg drop from Bobby Callahan earlier. This is not what Callahan was hoping for, because now if you're Drake Frost, your job is to keep Callahan down, leave him gasping for air. You can see Frost, who has never really made friends in Petaluma, let's be honest. He's not really liked by the fans. He doesn't like them. That's plain and simple. As he drapes one of those big legs across the back and throat of Bobby Callahan. Callahan trying to fight back with shots to the midsection, but he's grabbed by the hair by Frost and just yanked down to the mat. Now Frost off the ropes. Oh! Falling headbutt. Cover, 2 and only 2. I didn't know Frost was Samoan. That's 350 plus pounds coming down with that headbutt. Now out to the outside goes the Metal Mechanic. Still to come tonight on top of that cruiserweight ladder match that we have, the PPW Championship on the line. The Grizzly Bear Caljack taking on the 7-foot anomaly Alex Ace, who defeated Sanders in a #1 contenders match. Oh! Frost was looking for the big overhand chop, but moving out of the way was Callahan. And now Callahan returns with a chop and another. You got to be careful. You just seen Frost smash his hand into the post. You don't want to do the same. And that's his thrashing hand, the Metal Mechanic. Frost, well, what do you do when you're down? You go to the eyes. So the Metal Mechanic, I do not believe you make the rules. I'm going to say the Metal Mechanic can't see where he's going after the rake by Frost. Trying to tell Corey that he is the maker of the rules inside that ring. Big scoop and a slam by Drake Frost. And a big elbow drop right across the sternum. My word. And that falling lariat. We've seen Frost do that off the top rope. And that running clothesline has been one of the moves he has used to great effect since his return. You can see that this is right where Frost, oh, Frost didn't see the Metal Mechanic from behind. The Schoolboy only won. Oh, and the big body avalanche by Frost, sending Callahan back, and now shot to the knee to put Callahan down, and a shot to the other knee. That's a kind of a brutal way. If you're Bobby Callahan, you've seen all just these shots to the upper part of the body, and all of a sudden you take a couple of just direct heels of the boot to the knee, and now the neck wrench in by Drake Frost, just trying to grab that jawline. You can look at the right hand. Look how big that hand is underneath the jaw of the Metal Mechanic. As Frost pushing down just above the temple to try and straighten him out a little bit. And the jawbreaker loosens up Frost a bit. No, that's over 100 pounds more than your body weight, and that's going to be a tough task for the Metal Mechanic trying to get up the king of Haas Island. Now he's just going to go into a lateral press, 2 and only 2. Still to come. That ladder match for the PPW Cruiserweight title. Kenny K challenging Midas Creed. The first ever ladder match in PPW history. As Frost sending in Callahan. Callahan ducks. Oh, tried to go over the top with a sunset flip. Oh, and he sat out, Frost did, but got nothing but mat. And now Callahan with an opportunity, and he does a rolling neck breaker. That blockbuster to a seated Frost. And now, perhaps an opening for Callahan. Blocking the clothesline attempt. The second one again blocked. And now Callahan ducking under a third time. Code breaker. And now Frost up against the ropes. Callahan trying to capitalize. Reverse of the Irish whip. Over the top goes Callahan. Clothesline ducked again. Spine buster! Callahan was able to get him up. Reaches over, tries to get the leg, and only 2. He was trying to get a little bit more leverage, but Frost, as soon as that leg was there, jostled him up, and he was able to kick out. And now Callahan waiting for his opportunity. As Frost gets to his feet. Callahan back elbow. He looks like he's trying to send Frost through the ropes there perhaps. Irish whip, ducked, up, knee by Callahan. Looking, he got it! Callahan with that back suplex into the choke slam, only 2. As he is putting a few moves together here. And he is making this quite the difficult task for the force of nature. And the Metal Mechanic might be tuning up the literal band here. He has Frost, no, Frost slips out, and there's the lariat! Cover 2, and that's gonna be all.
Your winner by pinfall, the king of Haas Island, Drake Frost!
You mentioned that bump in the road he hit back in January, but ever since then, he is back to the Drake Frost we know. The king of Haas Island is just looming, waiting. And yes, he may have missed his opportunity when given one against Cal Jack back in January, but don't think that he is not going to try and make his mark again. And he is not done with Bobby Callahan. And a short lariat sends him down again. Hear him say he's climbing up the mountaintop. And at the top of that mountain is the PPW title. And he's hoping, perhaps, down the line, as he asks for Corey to come and raise his hand again, that he will give that second opportunity at the PPW title. And if he does, you can bet that he is not going to miss his opportunity to become a 2-time champ. But Bobby Callahan, a valiant effort against the former champ. comes out the devil horns and still has that spirit that got him so close to taking down the force of nature in the first place.